Yo, what's happening everyone? It's your boy here, Abdurrahim, back again with another great, amazing graphics design tutorial. And the graphics design tutorial of today, we're going to see how much we're going to use iPad, and we're going to see how much Photoshop is going to unleash everything on the iPad. Now, for further info, I think we should just get started, but you should just notice one thing. If you're using an iPad, make sure that you're registered with Adobe suite and everything, like you've paid for the suite. If you cracked it on the PC, it won't be working on your iPad. And if you have only an iPad, I suggest you to just use like other apps which they are like free, like Pixart and other apps. But for further info, let's get started with Adobe Photoshop on the iPad. So here we have it. We are inside Adobe Photoshop on the iPad. As you can see, everything looks just the same, and the things here and there whereby you might be looking differently perspective than you're compared to the PC, how it is. Then first thing first, you can see home. We have a suggestion there. We're having cloudy, we're having settings, we're having even create new and then import and open. So if we click create new, you can see we get something like this, which is a normal new documentation. So you can see we're having recent and print, screen, film, and video, and we can select any type of layout of new documentation would like. So I suggest you using just an A4, and you can see the units. You can select different units. It's as if you're using a PC here, or you're casting from a PC. Everything just looks fluidy and stuff like that. Another kind of stuff we can select on the pixel side, and we're gonna interchange orientation to landscape, which is something which is so awesome. And another kind of stuff, 300 resolution is quite flexible for that. Don't change anything. So we're gonna just click create, and boom, there we have it. There we have our layout there. Now we're gonna just get started with each kind of tool, or each kind of tool. If you're familiar with Photoshop, well, it won't just confuse you. Everything will just be fluidy. And let me just grab my Meko. Now I have this pen called Meko, and it's such an amazing kind of pen from Meko, and it has many things. First thing first, something fell down, don't worry about that. First thing first, on this kind of pen, it's a universal stylus. You can just use it with any device you'd like. Now we're going to use it today on our demonstration of our app and how we can create some few designs out of it. So first thing first, we're having our tool here, which is equivalent to move tool, and on the move tool we're gonna move anything we'd like, especially when it comes to background. You can see the background is being moved there. Now if you click on the layer side, this layer panel, if you click these three dots, you're gonna get many functionality. So if I don't want to move anything, I just want to keep everything steady, let me just return it as how it was. Let me just undo. There we have it. Now if I click on these three dots and say lock layer, the layer will be locked, so I cannot interchange anything. So our tools here, which is something which is so awesome. We have the move tool, we have the transformation tool, we have the lasso tool, we have the brush, we have the eraser, and we are having the bucket fill and many more, and crop and blemish and text, and so many tools here. Now we're gonna see first thing first on this tool. It's called the transformation tool. Now I'm gonna click on the image, click on the photos. Then I don't have any pictures here, but I'm gonna use just this picture which I had. Now I'm gonna click OK. Now on this transformation, if I click on the transformation side, this is what's gonna happen. If I adjust it on each kind of positioning, you can see it's adjusting. If I change the transformation mode and I try to adjust it, and I'm trying just to blend it, you can see how much it picks there. It just changes the perspective. Another kind of stuff, if I change it on this side, you can see it changes the perspective and becomes like a 3D or something. You see, another kind of stuff, you're gonna change this perspective again. You can see how much it is. You can see how much it blends, and it's just awesome. You can see how much we have made our kind of change there. So it's something which is so great. I'm gonna undo everything back to normal. So we're gonna just draw on our layout here. I had a little bit of confusion of how I can delete that layout and interchange with a different layout. So after here, we're gonna just see how much you can draw. You can see how much you can draw there. It's something which is so awesome, something which is so awesome. We can even delete these lines. We can just create like mountains high up. We're gonna create our sun there and stuff like that, just something which is quite different here, you know what I'm saying? So on this kind of drawing of the brush, it's really smooth, and we're going to interchange between hardened brush and soft brush. So if it's here, and you can see how you can interchange between stroke and fill. So if I want just something like stroke, I can just click here and just bring this on top, then start painting. So if I start painting, but I won't paint on the same layer. So if I was just to paint on the upper layer, so I'm gonna just interchange it and paint it on the upper layer. Then if I bring my layer downwards, so I'll be holding it and bring it downwards, you can see you can move it, right? Now I want you guys to just expand it here, so as you can have full control. Now if you expand it on this side, you can be having a lot of control rather than staying on this side. This side is like mini map, which it can share with you all the info there. So if you click on this side and bring it on top, or even bring it sideways, it might be doing those kind of clipping mask and stuff. So if I just hold it and bring it on top, you can see how much it interchanged the layer, and bring it down, you can see how much it works. So that's how you can use the brush tool. Okay, let's jump into another tool, but this is just eraser. I know you know it, I won't talk about it. Another kind of stuff, it's a bucket tool. Now this is just fills color. Now here comes a great and amazing thing. We're gonna create a new layer. This layer, we're gonna use our lasso tool. So I'm gonna draw something like this, and I'm going to take my bucket tool, then I'm going to change my color and keep it perhaps bluish or cyan. Then I'm going to just do this way, boop. Then I'm going to deselect. You can see we have changed everything there. Now if I want to take my move tool and just do one thing, take move tool and bring it somewhere there, and I can even expand it more and reduce some opacity out of it. So we're gonna just find reduction of opacity, or click on this setting side, then reduce opacity. So you can see how much we are having those kind of modes there. So we have created a shape like that, and you're gonna blend in with everything you would like on that shape. So that's how you're gonna use between interchanging tools here and there. We're gonna just import our picture here while it's done downloading, and we're gonna just click on files. Then we have our picture there. Then it will just load up there. Just click done, done. Hey, done. Yeah. You know, sometimes using the pen while the screen is just somewhere here, it's a little bit challenging. So you just have to tap it 2 times, and yeah. Now we're having our blemish tool. So if I just try and let me just do that. Let me just take the move tool first. Let me just zoom in up to somewhere here, so some of you guys can see that. Now we're having something like this. Now if I take just some blemish tool, let me just use my hand. If I take the blemish tool and try to adjust here, you can see how much the change we have made into the skin tone. So it's really helpful if we just adjust the blemish tool to a size you want and start painting. So if you want to paint somewhere there, you can see how much it just do that. It's something which is so awesome for the blemish tool, and I think this is the way to go for how much Photoshop have done for the iPad side. Another kind of stuff, we're having the crop tool. So you know the crop tool, how it works. So you can change any ratio you want, and you can select any variation you want for rotation and stuff like that. So if I want it just to stay here, I can keep it just to stay there. You can see how much it looks like. Another kind of stuff, we have our text side. Now if I just click on the text side, I can say any name. So I can say perhaps model, and we have our model there. We can interchange the size of the model and make that font become bigger, and we're gonna change any font we want. You can see how many fonts we have, and these are our fonts. You can see I just have my font there, which is something which is so great, and that's how it looks like. So I think to my own kind of aspect, for what Photoshop have done for the iPad side, I can say it's much amazing. And for the iPad Pro, which has been launched in this couple of months, or in April, it's on March actually, but I can consider even on April too, because it's something which is so awesome for the iPad, having these kind of features, and it's something which is so great. So if you have an iPad, stop complaining, stop saying that you cannot design. You can right now. You can have all those powerful tools, and you can design, you can do anything you would like. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed on this kind of amazing tutorial or walkway, or not walkaway, you know what I'm saying. And it's such an amazing kind of stuff. So let me know in the comments down below what you're thinking about the iPad. Is it something for you, or are you sticking with the PC and you're like, man, I don't want to use the iPad? But to me, to be honest, iPad is the way to go, because I can grab it, work with it to my clients or to anybody, and share with them the concept which I wanted to share. So it's something which is so great. So thank you guys for watching. You're new here, my name is Abdurrahim13. Consider subscribing to your homeboy. Consider subscribing, you know what I'm saying. Like, dislike, yeah, that's what's up. So I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. As always, stay sharp and creative, and kudos. Peace.